guys didn't have to see my cellulite. Oh, why did I do that? Okay. Hi, you guys. How are you guys doing? It's been so long. I am a bit ashamed, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to like my 2 followers that I probably still have left. So much happened in 2020. I just wanted to give you guys a recap pretty much and then let you guys know what my New Year's resolution is before February. Yeah, I was unemployed at the beginning of the year. I had been unemployed, I believe, for like 3 months. I was $20,000 plus in debt. I got hired in February, and luckily it's been a very stable job. I really enjoy my job, and it's allowed me to pay off my debt. I mean, in the year 2020, even though I was unemployed, I told myself that as soon as I got a job, I would focus 1000% on paying all of my debt. And even though that had been probably in my New Year's resolution for like a year or 2 in a row, I finally did it. And it was huge. And the reason it was huge, it was because someone that's been undocumented their whole life and then has, debt from things that I had no control over. It wasn't like as I was out there, spending frivolously. I did some spending frivolously, but not as much as you'd think. There were plenty of times where I was unemployed, and because I don't qualify or didn't qualify for unemployment because I was undocumented, well, still I'm undocumented, but I didn't have DACA at the time. DACA wasn't introduced. I was racking up some serious debt. Yeah, so finally I was able to get this job, and I called my mom, I was able to pay it off literally by November. So in just a few months, I paid off $20,000 in debt. I pretty much stopped getting my hair cut. I stopped buying makeup. I stopped getting my nails done. I still haven't gotten my nails done. There was a lot of things that I stopped doing. I stopped paying for a gym membership. I had to sacrifice a lot of things in order to, I will give this. COVID helped me in the sense of the quarantine where I wasn't going out as much, so I didn't have to spend out, and there wasn't as much temptation. So I was really blessed in that sense. Also, I've always had a side hustle. I got a part-time job at BevBox, and they are liquor stores. So I ended up getting that part-time job towards the end of the year. So that was a little extra income that definitely helped me pay off my debt. So I actually have the video of when I called my mom, and I'm like in tears just telling her that I paid off my debt. And like I said, it was huge. It was a huge moment for me, and it's just like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, Another thing that I did in 2020, other than just working, was more working. I actually started a nonprofit called Igniting Justice, which you guys probably already know because I did a video on it. And I also got out of Igniting Justice. For legal reasons, I really can't get too much into it. All I can say is that I wish them the absolute best. 3 of the 5 main people left. And I do hope that they take Igniting Justice, the name, and do something grand with it, because that's what I would have done with it. So I do wish them the very, very best. No longer with them. I still get like people who reach out to me and are like, hey, I reached out to you a while ago. I'm still interested, and I have to tell them like I'm not with Igniting Justice anymore. And yeah, honestly, that was so hard for me to get over. Like, making that decision was hard, and then getting over it was even harder. that was towards the end of the year as well. I had dedicated, no joke, my life. I had no social life. If before I didn't have no social life with a full-time job and a part-time job, with Igniting Justice, I had no life. I had no time for anything. I had no time to visit my family. Like, I gave all of that up. And I realized that although I thoroughly enjoyed it and I knew I was doing something for the better of the people, it's very important that you work with people that you get along with, and that you have the same vision. So, unfortunately it didn't work out. But I learned so much from the experience. I decided not to jump into starting another nonprofit quickly because I realized how much it takes to run one. It's no joke. Like, this isn't something you can do on your like free time when you kind of feel like doing something, no, you literally, you have to like go full force in, especially with like human rights. What I can say is that the people that did this before I did this and that we did it, the people that have been doing this for years, like, my hat's off to you, because you are grand. You are something special, and it is very consuming. And I am so proud and so thankful that you've been fighting not just, for other people's rights, but also me included when I wasn't speaking out about my own rights. So I appreciate you. There are a lot of people out there. I appreciate you for speaking up about all of these things well before we did. And so before I jump into anything new, I really want to make sure that I am fully focused, and I know exactly what the vision is, and I trust 1000% in the people that I'm working with, and that we have the same work ethic. So yeah, that came by quickly, but I dedicated so much time to that. And like I said, it took me so long to get over that. Like, I felt like a failure. I told everybody about it. My family was involved, and my best friends, like, just everybody was involved, and they just saw me so passionate about this, and they were so proud of me that when I quit, I didn't even know how to tell people. Like, to this day, a lot of people that I know, I haven't told. And getting asked the question of what happened, or like, how's Igniting Justice going? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it hurts to this day, but I'm getting over it. Something that not necessarily, it's not that it helped, but it kind of overshadowed what I was going through when I left, was my dad actually had a heart attack on Christmas Eve. And that was something that obviously I didn't expect. He's only 56 years old. My dad has been like my rock. He doesn't complain about anything, and he's the hardest working man that I know, and his body literally said, like, enough, slow the F down, so that was huge. That rocked my world. So I haven't really ever lost that, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm sorry for the people that have. But getting that news was like a rug was taken from right under me, and that sense of security left, because I know now that if my dad doesn't take care of himself, this could happen again. And if it would have led to something worse, and I don't even want to say it, I don't know what my life would have looked like, to be honest. So I'm not going to cry, because it's one video that I'm not going to cry. But thank you for everyone that reached out, and you guys were super supportive. I love you guys for that. So yeah, that kind of overshadowed what was happening with Igniting Justice, and it made it seem like the smallest little thing, and now in 2021, to me, nothing is more important than my family. I love my family. Nothing is more important than my mental health. Literally, nothing is more important than my mental health, which has created some, I think, walls that I need to work on for 2021. I don't want to get hurt by anybody, so I've created these fresh, built, strong walls that I definitely need to work on. I think they've been building up over time, but I've noticed that they're really closed off, like really, really closed off. And I need to work on that. So maybe throughout my journey this year, you guys will get to hear more about that and how that's going. So yeah. But this year, again, I'm working really, really hard. Now my goal is to buy a house. And there's an opportunity to buy a house and it be more like a business thing, or to buy a house where I would live in it. I'm still like kind of deciding, but now it's like time to save money. I can actually save money now. Like before it was like, what's the point of saving money if I owe all this money? If you guys want a video on how I paid my debt, I can totally do that. I have awesome tips. They're not easy, but I have great tips. So if you guys wanted a video about that, just write it in my comments. I am more than happy to reach out. Another thing that happened is I started aging and started noticing it just barely last year. Literally, I never felt like I'm aging. And just last year, I started feeling like that. It's not a good feeling, let me tell you. The wrinkles that I'm seeing, I'm starting to get adult acne. It's not starting, it's been a few months that I came off of birth control and I started getting adult acne. And for someone that you guys can check out some of my old pictures, like literally I had flawless skin and I knew it. And I was proud of it. And I was that type of person that was like, a clean canvas is the best, like a clear canvas is the best, whatever, for your makeup. I don't even remember, but I was that person. Just, yeah, this has been a humbling experience. And still, although my acne is not as bad as other people, and I say this because I need to be aware of that because I can be really hard on myself, it still messes with my self-esteem. And I'm working on that. And you know what? It's been like this awakening type of thing where I felt like before I was showing this like image of a very like confident person, very, you know, well put together person. And I didn't show very much about like the deep down within things. And the reason for that was because I was focusing so much on this image that I wanted to portray that, you know, I didn't really nourish what was under there. And now this last year with like losing my job and at the beginning of the year and it just got the quarantine and all of these things, I'm like, shoot. And then, you know, wanting to pay all my debt and then not, you know, feeling like I can't spend on keeping up with all that stuff. I'm like, really need to switch this up. Like, what do I want my image to be? Like, I really want to be, I want to seem like I am, you know, easy to talk to, like attainable. Like I'm not some porcelain doll, because I'm not. Like I'm a freak. I'm a crazy freak. Like I have a lot of issues. Who wants to sign up and get married to me, you know? No, I am a lot more aware of my emotional health, my spirituality, and my mental health. So yeah, I wasn't dealing with that. And you know what? It worked for me at the time, so I can't even dog myself for not doing that. But yeah, this year I really want to focus on that more. And I want to focus on like body positivity. It happens all the time. It's really easy to be body positive when you are poppin'. It's really easy to be body positive and beauty positive or whatever when you feel beautiful. But when you don't is the challenge. And I don't care what you see me. I don't care, because the reality is that I have to accept and be okay with what I see. And instant gratification is only that, just instant gratification, but it's really not going to nourish me in the long run. And I've had some dark, dark days, despite of what you guys see in that camera lens. So yeah, this year I really want to focus on my true self and maybe share more about that with you guys. Yeah, and then maybe, you know, I will buy a house, or I will start a business, or something like that. I'm really excited. Right now, like I said, I'm just saving up the money for a down payment. And what's up, you guys? Like recently, I think it was just yesterday, where FHA loans are now applicable to DACA recipients, which is something that Trump took away. But now they're back, which means like I have a lot more options now. I'm so blessed and so thankful. We have this inauguration. I know it's like some people love it, some people hate it. All I know is that it's looking good for me. I don't know if it's looking for good for everybody else, but it's looking good for me. And because this is my YouTube video, that's what's important, that it's looking good for me. No, it's looking good for a lot of DACA recipients and a lot of undocumented immigrants. So I'm really, really happy. And if I got my papers, I don't know. I don't know what type of person I will be, because let me tell you, life changes like that, they really are impactful. And who knows, maybe I won't get married at all. Maybe I'll freaking travel for the rest of my life because it's something that I've been dying to do. Or maybe I'll travel for like 2 or 3 years, meet the love of my life in another country, and then boom, bam, and you know, you'll see me blogging in like Punta Cana or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm really excited for this year. I think it's going to bring a lot of great things. Not only that, but I have learned that it does not matter who the damn president is. It does not matter if you're unemployed. It does not matter. It's all about positivity. It's all about pushing forward. It's all about persistence. Because there are going to be things in our life that we cannot control. Cannot control. I couldn't control being undocumented. I can't control being undocumented. A bunch of other things that happened. But the one thing that I could have control over was my persistence, my patience, and my attitude about the things that were happening. And for that, I am really proud of myself. So for 2021, I know a lot of great things are coming. Again, please, self-care. And I can say self-care, and I really haven't been doing a lot of self-care. Like, I have gained some extra pounds. Okay, whatever. Like, you guys didn't have to see my cellulite. Why did I do that? Okay. Anyways, I have gained some extra pounds, and I haven't really been like healthy per se in that sense because I haven't been working out. But what I can say is I started cooking more. I'm pretty sure some of you guys started cooking through the quarantine because I got tired of eating out, and my food is really good. So I'm becoming more wifey and wifey material, but I got to travel. So yeah, I won't be getting married anytime soon. I don't think I'll be in like a proper relationship anytime soon. I mean, like, amigobios don't count really. They're fun and stuff, but they can be really sweet. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I probably rambled on for like an hour and a half, and I don't know if this was like crap, but I'm gonna post it anyways because I've been wanting to post for a long time, and I just haven't found the time because I literally have like 3 hours to myself every day because I'm working so much. But things that happen in my life, exciting things happen. I'm not like holding a camera all the time. But thank you guys. Don't forget to self-care, take care of each other. Now with the whole thing with my dad, like I said, nothing's more important to me than family. And for those of you that already knew that and spent a lot of time with your family, like, God bless you. You are great for that. For those that have unresolved issues, they are not worth it. They literally are not worth it. You don't know when something's going to happen. It could happen literally in the blink of an eye. And if you can live with yourself by having these types of issues with your family, then that's fine. Like, who knows? Maybe they don't deserve you, right? But if you can't live with yourself, do something about it. Do something about it now. Do not wait. And I'm here. Reach out to me if you have questions or concerns. I sound like the counselor, right? Anyways, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I almost forgot it. Bye. I did the video. So proud of myself.